How's it going, YouTube? And welcome back to Devlog. Today we're doing Devlog episode 7. In the previous episode, we covered Outpost Part 2, which was the spec system. Today we're going to be talking about KO streaks, traits, and luck. So, first off, your KO system works by either catching or defeating a Pokemon. You can check that out by going streak buff, and that will see, we can see my KO streaks at 31. So I'm in tier 3 and I get speed level 3, and my base XP is up by 53%. Let's take this repel quick. The best ways, or the easiest way, is just to kill or beat wild Pokemon. Trainers and raids do count as well, though they can be more dangerous. You can lose your streak by having any of your Pokemon in your party faint, or talking to a NPC that's a shopkeeper, interacting with a Waystone, or healing your Pokemon, or using the PC in the Poke Center. All of those will reset your streak. Now, my streak isn't active at the moment. You have to keep beating Pokemon. So, let me just do that. Over here, we can see if I beat this Rattata. So, at different tiers, you get different perks. At tier 3, you get Dolphin's Grace, Water Breathing, Night Vision, Speed 3, and Luck. You see they only last for a couple of seconds, so the idea is to keep chaining them. The higher your streak goes, the longer they last. I am going to fix the night vision flashing like that. It's pretty annoying. But the higher your streak goes, the higher the duration of the effects that you get. As you can see, that should have turned it up to 32. Yeah, so you can go up to quite a high streak. My highest that I've done is about 250. I just keep a lot of ethers and potions around, and you can get quite high up. What the streak ties in with is another bonus that isn't mentioned over there, is you actually get a catching bonus as well. I will add that to the list over there, so you can see your catching bonus as well, which just means the success of the balls that you throw. You'll just have a better chance with that. That then ties into the next aspect, which is luck. So if I go /luck, we can see my luck is C minus, and that's because I have one shiny in my team. That's this Abomasnow. The higher your luck goes, the better chances you get of getting drops from wild encounters, as well as your streak. So they both add up together. Um, the loot that you normally get from wild Pokemon like Rattatas like to drop rotten flesh and so on, is the boss loot that you normally get from defeating any boss from common to ultimate, just with varying degrees of odds. So if you do have a high streak and a team with a lot of shinies, you will be getting a lot more drops. That would be drops like I just described, or the the gacha tokens. Right, that pretty much covers the entire streak. You just heal, so I can show you guys the next point is if I do use the Waystone. That will say my streak was 33 and my trial marks were banked. I got 42 points for that. That's for a shop coming up soon. I haven't implemented that shop yet, but that will have a couple of ultra rare items that we need for late game. Next, let's talk about the trait system. So in this mod pack, what I've done is to keep it true to a Nuzlocke, is if you name a Pokemon, I'll call him Zacian is going to be, I don't know, good boy. He's the best boy, actually. Right, so now if I do go, for example, traits, and I look at slot 1, which is Kyogre, not named, it says this Pokemon's not blessed. It needs a nickname to be blessed, right? So if we go slot 2, we can see that I now have the traits activated for Best Boy. Best Boy, okay, that's his UID. He doesn't have an active title. Those are the titles that you get on some specific Pokemon, but in future we're going to be able to use titles that you unlock over here. So we can see now he's blessed, and that gives you a list of locked traits. Under active traits is blessed, which means once you've named the Pokemon, it will become blessed. That's just 10% extra XP from every battle that you get. But I have Scale Guard, which is Dragon Hits taken. So the more Dragon Hits that I take with the best boy, the better my Dragon defense will get to from taking hits from Dragon type Pokemon specifically. Unfortunately, I'm a Fairy type, so that's just a bad roll. I'm immune to that. Dampener, so another dragon one that's hilarious. So dragon moves. This is specific to dragon moves themselves, not the Pokemon. So two of the there that's pretty useless. Hilariously enough, poison hits taken. Oh wait, Zacian's not steel, so that's fine. So if I take 60 poison hits, that will upgrade to tier 2. It will become active, and then I have reduced damage in poison hits taken. And then dark moves hits taken as well. Same principle applies. And then steel hits taken. Okay, so for Zacian, I got quite a bad roll. It's mostly um, defensive ones. There are some offensive ones as well. For you, Snowy. Right, so now if I go look at Snowy, you can see cool, blessed. I got dampener, which is swarm dampener, which is bug moves taken. So this is specifically the move bug moves. Ground moves, same story. Ghost moves. Okay, and there we go. So here's my first offensive trait that I've gotten, which is fire kills. So if I do beat a fire Pokemon, I'll be able to do bonus damage with any of my moves against fire Pokemon in specific. Let's take another look at Reap. I'm going to be super creative with these names. Sheepy, that is slot 5. So Sheepy is blessed now, and we can see steel hits taken, another special moves used. This is quite a rare one, which is the special striker. So with Sheepy now, anytime I use a special move, it will add up to that gauge over there, and once that reaches tier 1, all my special attacks will have increased damage. Another defensive one, and here I got steel kills. I really should rename these kills. But so if I beat steel type Pokemon, then I'll be doing bonus damage to them, and as well as a nice fighting weakness for an electric type. That's probably going to come in handy. Right, so that pretty much covers KO streaks. They're fun to build. You do get rewards at each tier. So, for example, if you get to tier 1, you get a potion, I think, and a couple of Pokeballs. Tier 2, you get better items and so on and so forth, as high as the tiers go. With the traits, there is a whole pool of traits. Traits aren't breedable just yet. I still need to implement that, but the long term plan is to implement traits and have a way of you passing them down. I think what I'll do is traits max out at T3, which is tier 3. So maybe if you've got maxed out traits, those will pass down, or one of each of the parents' maxed out traits will pass down. So we can guarantee passing down a couple of decent traits and see if we can min max some Pokemon. And then with the luck aspect, yeah, like I said, the better your team is, well, with shinies, the more luck you'll have, the better drops you'll get long term. It is easier to get shinies thanks to the Nuzgacha shiny machine that will help you get shinies, as well as in the next video I'll be covering surges, which is another way to get shinies. Cool, that covers this video. If you guys have any questions about the luck system, traits, or the KO system, please just pop a comment below and I'll answer them. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and like and subscribe.